Welcome to Camp Randall Stadium, where these fans have been getting prepared to cheer on a whole pack of Badgers since early in the morning. And the Hawkeyes will kick it away to start. So Wisconsin's offense will start this game off. Two programs very similar in their DNA, rugged and tough, sort of epitomizing the Heartland and playing for the Heartland Trophy.
It's an old rivalry, but a relatively new trophy in this game. And trust me, Wisconsin, Iowa, they don't care that it's new. It's another thing to put in their trophy case, and both teams want it.
Yeah, everybody wants the trophies. I think it's always fun, but more importantly, you want the bragging rights that come with it. Rivalry games matter. They matter to fans, they matter to players, they matter to coaches. That every game's the same nonsense, it's not true.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. He's looking to throw. He just got rid of that one to save the down, didn't see anything he liked. In the last meeting between these two, it was the Badgers taking a close one.
They won it close, and this has been a big source of bragging rights, obviously, for the past year now back in Madison, and any Wisconsin fan around the country and around the world. They made the plays when they needed to late in that game, David, last year.
Well, and the cool thing is, man, you get a whole year now to brag or hear the bragging, and usually you get tired of the other fan base. So now Wisconsin had the bragging rights. Iowa has a chance to do something about it.
And the Badgers will punt it away on 4th down. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Slips through the line. Really explosive when he gets his hands on the ball, and he found a couple of crevices and made a nice game before being run out of bounds. So Iowa's offense will take the field for the first time. And a big key as this game unfolds is just how aggressive will he be throwing the football at a lockdown corner like that.
Yeah, and when you're an elite quarterback, you think you can do whatever you want to do, and you think you can make the right decisions. I'm interested to see how much he'll test that cornerback on the other side.
You know, there's a saying, there's no defense for a perfect pass, but he's got to be extra careful and sharp when he's throwing that guy's way.
Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one, not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early, be in a business mode mindset.
You got to start fast. You got to have a sense of urgency. You cannot come sleepwalking into an environment like this, because if you do and you make some mistakes, this crowd will pounce on you and seize momentum.
How about the left side of the line getting off the ball, creating some holes for that running back to get through, make a big play on the handoff to the left.
When something works that well, you might as well go right back to it. I mean, they showed no indication that they could stop it.
I like to go back to it and hurry up. Get to the line of scrimmage quick, run it again.
The noise level is relentless here on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Catch in the middle, it's Roach. Brought down to the ground, but he has enough for the first down. This crowd knows this defense needs them right now.
That is an excellent throw by the quarterback, finding the window between the zones and delivering.
And he'll finish the run and the end zone. Touchdown, Hawkeye!
And they just keep feeding it to their workhorse back to open this game. Great job in the open field. He's got tremendous vision. He can make people miss. You saw all of that on display here in the opening drive.
And he did make that extra point, no issue with the treacherous footing. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. Boy, 3 and out last time, Davey. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really quickly. They need to put something together here, Tom.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive. So they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this drive.
Off the play fake. He's got it. And he was loose and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays like we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. At the 35, he's open. They ripped off a big one, and they get it down to the 27. The Badgers want to pick up the tempo.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to stop this guy. They better rally to the football and get multiple hats because he is not easy to bring down.
Makes his connection.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
A little pre-snap eye candy for the defense. Swings it out to the flat. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
That's a good idea offensively. Try to get this guy the football in space on the perimeter of the field, throwing him the swing pass, and see if he can make something happen.
Got his man on the outside. And they wrap him up, but not before he gets enough on the catch for the first down. And the Badgers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. He's going to pass. They're bringing heat. And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes.
How about this defense coming out aggressive on first down? They're in the red zone. They're like, no, we're going to take the fight to you. Now setting up a 2nd down and long and putting them in a great position to be successful.
He's going to pass on 2nd down. And the pressure gets to him again. Another sack.
And those outside linebackers nowadays, they're so fast. They got to cover ground. You can blitz them off the edge, and they can get after quarterbacks. Versatile. That's why they're getting drafted so high in the NFL and getting paid all that money.
And we might as well state the obvious. 1st and 2nd down didn't work out. 3rd and very long. Feeling some heat. And he just throws it away on 3rd down. I don't think you can give up on a play like that.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. 3rd and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
Perhaps their punter is injured. Perhaps they don't like to punt. Perhaps they hold an inherent bot. Deep shot for the end zone. Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. And after the interception and the turnover, this defense has set its offense up for business.
And that's got to feel good, and that's a play this young man is never going to forget. His first interception of the season. Great job reading the QB's eyes and getting to the football.
Makes the tackle at the 30 after he picked up 10.
This running back loves running into the teeth of the defense. In between the tackles, he keeps a low pad level, and he's got some speed.
Off the play fake on 1st down. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. Both teams wanted to establish the run, and they have done exactly that in the first quarter. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the 2nd. Now the offense has to overcome the negative play after the defense comes up with a sack. He's back to throw on 2nd down. Feeling the heat as he lets it go. And it falls incomplete, but that could have been disastrous. A defender was right there. One of the things that makes college football unique, the cool trophy. 72-pound brass bull here, guys.
72-pound brass bull. I'm not sure how they thought of that, but it's kind of cool looking. Bulls are kind of tough. I guess everybody, when you have a good rivalry, Palmer, I guess you need a good trophy to go with.
Yeah, and I think one of the cool things about the Big Ten is you got all these trophy games, and now we're adding new ones to the mix. I'm all for it, man. Big brass bull on a stand. Good news is both of these teams, Wisconsin and Iowa, they've got a lot of big linemen that can carry that 70-plus pound trophy back to the trophy stand if they win.
The Wisconsin offense will come back on the field and jump around a bit. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive that made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. He wants to go deep. And that pass is intercepted. He'll try to take it back. And they capitalized not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. Negative play on first down. That's what a defense always wants. He's looking for an open man on 2nd down. Pressure coming. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down. Some of the oldest rivalries in the sport come from the Midwest and the Big Ten, and Wisconsin and Iowa have been going at it since 1896, guys.
Yeah, and for years and years and years, regardless of whether you're a fan of Big Ten football or you're not, or these two schools, if you like hard-nosed physical football, 3-yard in a cloud of dust, good defense, this is your game, and for over 100 years now, fans have been tuning into that.
Well, and I think the competitive nature of this game, too, like the series is almost tied. It's almost identical records, so it just shows you it's going to be a great game, similar styles, and then bragging rights at the end.
The Hawkeyes will bring the punt team onto the field. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move it behind you. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think you can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
He looks that one in nicely.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too. But don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
And he uses the stiff arm to push his way past the sticks and pick up the first down. The Badgers with the 1st and 10. On the move. Dances away from 1. They'll pull him down after a pickup of 5 down to the 23. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. The corners are walked up tight. From the shotgun, they'll run it. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
You know, they pride themselves on being physical at the point of attack, dominating at the line of scrimmage. Nice job there picking up the first down.
Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? He's going to the right, looking for a path to the end zone. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. 3rd and goal from way back there. From the gun, wants to pass. Trying to get to him. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
Well, that's their 3rd sack of the game, and we knew statistically coming into this game, this is one of the top 25 units in the nation getting after the quarterback. I just love how athletic they are up front, and they are giving this offensive line headaches and nightmares up to this point.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Gentlemen, let's take a look at what's happening in this exciting college football game. Washington is in major trouble today. The folks out there in Seattle are heading for the exits with more determination than a Marshawn Lynch touchdown run. They're trailing by 21 to USC. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Gets it out to the 20 after a pickup of 4.
Second down.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. He's looking to throw. Trying to escape and get it himself.
You can tell this is a pass play. He has his eyes down the field. He's looking to throw the football. But how nice is it when you got a guy like this that can scramble and go get you a first down? It's just really hard to stop from a defensive perspective.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 27. Looking to move it through the air. They're trying to get to it. They finally get him on the ground with a big running play, moves the change for the first down.
I just love this guy's instincts, right? When things aren't open right away, he never panics. He just understands the situation where he is on the field, and he's so confident in his own natural ability that he has the ability to run, go get the first down, and keep this drive rolling.
This defense has got to be better in coverage. You want to get off the field, you got to keep defending. You got to do something to make the offense feel uncomfortable. So far, way too easy for this offense.
Pulls it in. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
Great job by the quarterback throwing against zone coverage. You cannot telegraph where you're throwing the football. You cannot eyeball wide receivers. So great job by the quarterback using his eyes, not staring down his guy, and then throwing him over.
Couldn't find anyone open here, and he'll live to fight another play. It'll be 3rd down.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
The give to the back. They've got it inside the 40 at the 39 as they pick up the first down. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Just inside the 40-yard line, it's 1st and 10 from the 39. He wants to throw. Fires deep toward the end zone. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up.
And that is a huge missed opportunity for the quarterback. You've got your guy wide open in the end zone. You're not under pressure. You just got to hit him. That ball got away, and that's one he'd like to have back.
And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a 3rd down.
When I'm an offensive coach, I'm going to take shots. I'm going to take those 50-50 balls, and most of the time I'm going to trust my wide receiver to come down with it. The defensive back said, no, sir.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Oh, the offense very fortunate to fall on that football.
Well, the offense is able to avoid disaster right there. Problem is they fumbled it, but thankfully they were able to jump back on and not have a turnover.
That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Fellas, what an environment there today. All the animosity and flat-out hatred that comes with a good old-fashioned rivalry game on display in that first half. And we've got to start our halftime breakdown with this superstar running back. His elusiveness, his raw power. This young man is the total package. And his ability to catch the ball out of the backfield is a differentiator. A lot of guys can hit the hole. This kid can hit the hole and hit the home run in the passing game. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how this rivalry matchup plays out.
Thanks for that breakdown, Kevin. And the Badgers will kick it off to start the second half. And And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Iowa has... They start this third quarter with the lead, but they might want to think about shoring up that protection.
Yeah, the good news is you're leading on the scoreboard. The bad news is your quarterback doesn't feel like it because you can't protect him. So, David, adjustments in pass protection, that has to be something they were talking about here at halftime.
100%. Just you can't get him hit that much. He's still doing a good job delivering the football, but if you keep hitting the quarterback enough, man, they'll start to see ghosts, they'll panic, and they'll make some of those mistakes.
The delay of game pushes the offense back. Offense getting set for first down. Here's the handoff. Into the pile, maybe got one. He stopped at the 21. And here comes the offense on second down. Trying to move them on the counter. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
There's just so much for this defense to think about right now. They've had strong side runs thrown in. Now the counter. I know that this offense can work in the play action off of all these base runs too. So much offensive volume this defense needs to worry about at this point in the game.
Kept it on the ground on third down, picked up 5 yards, but it will still be 4th and 1. The offense stays on the field. Maybe they'll try to make the defense jump. They also might try to run it ahead for 1 yard. And he gets it to the 44-yard line. It'll be a first down.
That's a down and distance that would make a lot of coaching staffs pause, maybe call a timeout and think about, but not this one. There was no doubt, Reese, they were going to run the football and try to pick that up on 4th.
Direct challenge to the defense. If you want the ball, you're going to have to take it. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
I like the defense there and their mentality. After getting gashed on the ground, they just turn the page and they generate the pass rush the very next play.
He's looking for a man on second down. He finds his man. And they finally haul him down, but not before the good catch and run. That was a nice pickup, running the drag route and finding that quiet, soft spot in the zone.
Yeah, drag routes not only work against man coverage, they work against zone too. If you can find the soft spot and the quarterback gets it to him early, he can turn upfield, and you saw that right there.
It's just so nice to know you can start off on first down with positive plays. Positive yards, hand the football off, set up a good second down.
Quick strike complete. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, never complain.
On third and short, the run and looking for the first down. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. And the Hawkeyes headed quickly to the line. And it's incomplete, and the defense holds.
Well, great defense on that one. They were ready for pass, and they forced the incompletion. They're coming off the field. That's a big win for this defense.
The offense lining up for a first down play. Trying to start the drive with a pass. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
When you're on defense and you get to play outside linebacker, it's about as good as it gets, right? I get to rush the passer just like this and put him on the ground. Then I get to cover in space. I get to move all over the place. Great job by the outside linebacker. The most fun position to play in college football.
They've made third down offense a key. It'll be tested on third and long from the 28. Getting some heat. And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes. The Badgers will send out the punt unit. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. He'll try to field the punt and see if he can give his offense better field position. Well, they finally stop him, but he found some running room on that return and really helps out his offense to start this drive. Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. The sledding has been tough. Scores have been at a premium, Jesse, and every possession seems like it could switch the momentum of the game.
Yeah, Reese, for this offense, just feels like they just haven't been as physical. And for this offensive coordinator, David, he's having to go deep into the playbook just to try to generate a first down.
Well, and the good thing is there's not a ton of game pressure because the other side's not scoring either. But if you can find that one thing get that one positive play, and then maybe you get those juices going and something can start to build.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Pocket starts to collapse. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line. Badgers getting that pass rush from the second level like they did with a T.J. Watt or his brother who played up front who transferred from Central Michigan.
They've had a long list of guys, and it's funny, they all kind of look the same. You know, athletic, smart.
And this defense is bringing the... Another sack. The Hawkeyes will punt this one away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. You'd think they would have had a good chance to down that one deep, but the bounce carries it into the end zone for the touchback. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. They think there's room to run to the right here. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and Iowa is on top. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. They've changed ends of the field, now facing 3rd down as they go back to work. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Extending the play. Trying to make magic on the scramble. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. And the Badgers will line up to punt it away. He'll try to really get into this one. Kicks it high, and it's just hanging there as if it has helium in it and floating down toward the earth. Iowa has the ball back on offense. And in a low-scoring game like this one, David, every possession is magnified.
And I think more than anything, it just gets frustrating. And you got to put that behind you. You got to see what this defense has been doing to be so successful. Palmer, now use it against him.
Yeah, David, I think for a play caller, this is tough, right? It's like you have to have the perfect play on just to get a first down. In these types of games, I think you're just trying to get guys out in space, see if a dude can break a tackle. Maybe that generates an explosive play, and it breaks this trend.
He fires to the left side. And he dropped it. Incomplete pass in what would have been a huge gain. No defender anywhere around, and he just flat dropped it. These fans stepping up to help this defense on 3rd down. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Going back to the well, another deep ball. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. And the Hawkeyes send out the punt unit. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. And the ball hits at the 3 and gets into the end zone. It'll be a touchback. The Wisconsin offense will come back on the field to jump around a bit. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable, that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
Motion by the back forces the defense to adjust. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. He's looking to throw. He's right on target. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Had to get rid of it quickly. And they'll miss the connection here on 3rd down. The Badgers line up to punt it away. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. Great contact on that ball as it just hangs up in the sky. And this ball is going to be touchdown just shy of midfield. Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. After a punt on their last possession, they are set up in plus territory this time.
And honestly, it wouldn't have mattered if they scored a touchdown their last possession. You've got to be able to turn the page and see this as a brand new opportunity to go get points.
Yeah, and your defense has set you up for the position to get points right away. Now, let's get this offense back rolling again, create some momentum, just get a few first downs, and I'm in scoring position.
And he's knocked down, but there's also laundry on the field. We'll see what the officials have called. Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. Line getting set on 2nd down. Motion from the offense. Little touch pass to the receiver. How about that elusiveness? He's got space. Oh, look out. There he goes. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down.
And you see so many of these plays now in today's football. Wide receiver coming in motion, and the quarterback catches it, just flips it forward. That's a completed pass. You see the big plays where it just lets him get on the edge.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Iowa! They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back. Knowing if they get down into this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field, possession after possession. Jesse, this offense needs to get their heads out of their you-know-whats.
The punter's on the sideline with the oxygen mask right now. He's been playing so much. He's not used to this. This offense, they just got to stay on the field. They've got to put a drive together and get some balance going, running and throwing the ball.
Dances away from the heat. And the heat gets there. And they get him down at the 14-yard line. And the Badgers come to the line in the hurry-up. On 3rd and long, he'll need to push it downfield. And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. And he's out of bounds at the 1-yard line, a mere 3 feet from a pick 6.
Man, what a great break on the football. Nice job seeing it, squeezing. A lot of those defensive guys, man, they don't have great hands all the time, but you always, always remember your first interception.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Hawkeye. They push out that lead a bit and draw much closer to a win here in Week 9. Iowa has extended its lead as they try to take hold of the Heartland Trophy.
Iowa taking over now in the second half of this game. Offense and on defense, they are imposing their will, David. They want this Heartland Trophy back.
They want to go get it. They want some bragging rights. Both these programs, obviously close to each other, familiar with each other, kind of have the same DNA, but only one team gets bragging rights.
The Wisconsin offense will come back on the field to jump around a bit. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field to score some points.
Dang, Palmer, I wish I'd have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, My bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, we should have ran a better route.
To the air on first down. Got it in the middle. It's Gore. Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48. He's looking to throw it. Good timing on the quick out. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
Coming into this one, I thought this guy was going to be a monster. He was going to put up huge numbers. We know this is a big part of the offense week in, week out. The defense has done a great job clamping down on him. That is only his second catch so far in this game.
And he was just a couple of steps away from taking that one even further after the catch.
Well, that's great timing by the quarterback and receiver on that out route. If you're going to be running that against man coverage like they were there, that ball has to be thrown early, and it's got to be thrown out in front of the receiver, and they execute it.
Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31. Second down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. We hit the 2-minute warning, and this offense is desperate to make something happen and do it in a hurry. On second down, he's looking downfield. Just couldn't quite stay in bounds while making that grab. It's incomplete. Third and long from the 30-yard line, in this defense hoping to knock them out of field goal range. Coming after him. Finds his target down the middle. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. Fourth down attempt coming. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Hit as he throws, and the ball goes right to the ground, incomplete. Iowa has the ball back on offense. They're in command of this game. Now let's see if they try to rub a little salt in the wound or happy with getting the W.
Yeah, and listen, this makes the post-game handshake fun sometimes. If you do choose to rub a little salt in it and keep chucking and keep scoring, I'm here for it, Jesse. Like, your job is to score points. It's my job to stop it. Keep the foot to the accelerator. Keep trying to play ball.
I agree 1,000%. That's like Steve Spurrier back in the day when I was playing for the Gators. You go and play for him because you want the opportunity to throw the ball.
Got a lot of running room. And he'll be tackled, but there is a flag on the field.
Hold offense.
They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. Offense gets set for second down. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. Third and long, backed up inside their 20. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. And he's a real nowhere man, tackled in this no-gain land. So after stumbling around a bit earlier this season, they put together 3 consecutive wins. And